Welcome to Week 1 Theory for ANU's Game Development course. I'm Professor Penny Keebers. Today we'll cover play in games, including what is play, what is a game, how are they related and different, and what is a game experience. What is play? Play can be many different things. Take a look at this video on YouTube on play in animals and children. Play can be boisterous, non-directed, loud, physical, fun, not work, child's work, not scripted, meaningless behavior, or loud, along with many other things. Many different animals have playful behavior because play comes naturally to animals of a certain level of intelligence, such as our pets. So it's easy to start playing a game based on simple, understandable rules with these animals. Things like catch the ball, retrieve the stick, my hand is prey, an obstacle course. And young animals are particularly playful. Almost anything in their environment is an excuse to initiate gameplay. And this happens without anyone teaching the animal how to engage in this type of behavior. This is because play is fundamental to development and survival. Young animals refine their skills that are necessary to hunt, fight, mate, hide, and many other activities that are key to their survival as an adult. As with animals, play helps us humans to learn skills, acquire knowledge, socialize, problem solve, relax, and see things differently, or just have fun. Play is like a process of experimentation where you're pushing boundaries and trying new things. It's relevant not just to children, but to all sorts of adult professions as well, such as artists or scientists. And play is not any one thing. It can be thought of as a state of mind, how you approach any kind of activity, a playful approach. Roger Calloy, in the classic 1961 text, Man, Play in Games, translated from the original French, defined 4 fundamental types of play: agon, alia, mimicry, and ilinx. Agon is competitive play. This is unregulated athletics, foot racing, wrestling. Alia is chance-based, so counting out rhymes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mimicry is make-believe. So when children put on masks or dress up or have rituals. And ilinx is a vertigo type experience. So whirling around, horseback riding, waltzing. So what is a game and how are games and play related and different? Calloy actually defined a continuum from 2 poles of play activities, from paidia to ludus, for playing and gaming. Paidia is uncontrolled, freeform, and improvisational. This is open play. Whereas ludus is restricted, structured, and goal-focused. This is gaming. So we can actually look at Calloy's definitions, again, the 4 categories of play, but with respect to paidia, freeform play, and ludus, rule-based play. So agon, competitive games, include things like boxing, billiards, fencing, kind of regulated sports. Alia, or chance-based games, include betting, roulette, lotteries. So the same kinds of chance-based gambling mechanics, but within a structured rule base. Mimicry, or make-believe, include things like theatre or spectatorship, where the make-believe has rules as to how it works. And ilinx, or vertigo, include things like skiing, or tightrope walking, or mountain climbing. Similarly, Salin and Zimmerman, in their textbook, defined games and play. Games they're defined as the constraints of the rules that provide the rigid structure for the experience, whereas play is the freedom of the players to act within those rules. So games are rule-bound activities with goals and at least one player who tries to fulfill those goals. Games are a form of play with structure. Games provide a safe context in which lessons can be learned through play. Both Fullerton and Shell also provide similar definitions for what is a game. A game is a closed formal system that engages players in structured conflict and resolves its uncertainty in an unequal outcome. And games are entered into willfully, have goals, conflicts, rules, and challenge, can be won and lost, are interactive, can create their own internal value, engage players, and are closed formal systems. So what does it mean to play a game? Games involve accepting imposed boundaries and rules to your behaviour, which is often called suspension of disbelief or entering into the magic circle. So to play a game, you need to understand and accept that the gameplay experience is an artificial one, and that games are an abstract construct governed by a set of formalized rules. You also need to understand the difference between the rules that govern reality and those that govern the make-believe world. These concepts, suspension of disbelief and the magic circle, are also crucial to the enjoyment of film, literature, art, and music. Bernard Sweets calls this the illusory attitude. It's the psychological attitude required of a player entering into the play of a game. To adopt illusory attitude is to accept the arbitrary rules of a game to facilitate the resulting experience of play. So we know what a game is and what it means to play a game, but what is a game experience? Designing a game is like being a party host. You get everything ready, the food, the drinks, the music, then you open the doors and you see what happens. The results are not always predictable or what you had envisaged. An interactive experience that is only fully realized after your guests arrive, and the party will vary based on your guests. So, as Shell puts it, this basically means that the game is not the experience. The game enables or affords the experience, but you cannot directly create an experience. You can only create the game. The experience exists between the player and the game. So that concludes our theory session on playing games. Please follow up in the references that I provided if you'd like to delve into anything in more detail. And please remember to visit Wattle for all course information, questions, and discussions.